Abusheni. Welcome back to the mid-morning show at Salam Media. It's been quite an insightful morning for me personally. I don't know about you as listeners. And to wrap it up now, we're going to talk to something that I think we all need to be a part of somewhere at some, pockets of South Africa and actually globally, where communities are seen and communities are celebrated. And we look into learning more about each other, but beyond that, inclusivity, because we are such a beautiful nation. And as I always say, beautiful nation of like Skittles, so many colors, so many cultures, so many religions. And yet we are just such a beautiful people. It takes people from outside to come into our country and actually tell us what we are. It's a second nature to be who we are, and we celebrate it. And we're going to talk to Varushka Singh Gopal, who is a member of the management team at the Bryanston market, but also a very movement-based and action-based human being who stands on inclusivity anywhere and everywhere she goes, from what I've seen. And we're going to talk about the Bryanston market. Others would know where that is, but there are others who may not know, because at some stage, I dare say some places almost felt like exclusive for exclusive people, and talking about inclusivity. She's going to talk to us about what's been done in terms of inclusivity now under their watch, her team and her watch, and also the long table, the Iftar long table that's coming up on Saturday. Varushka, good afternoon. I almost said morning.
Good afternoon. I think you summed it up very beautifully.
Oh no, you're not getting away with it. No. You're not getting away with it. It's not a summary. I was just introducing, so you're going to give it the meat, even if you're vegetarian,
So let's start with your Bryanston market.
Yes,
the Bryanston market, for those that don't know, we a community-based market in Johannesburg, in Bryanston. It's actually a market that started with the Michael Mount Waldorf School. So it was the parents that drove the need. They had extra carrots and extra cakes. And in 1976, they decided as a parent group, I bake bread, I have extra this, let's form a little community and sell to each other. So out of a need from the community, this beautiful market started with the school, and it grew to such an extent that now it's run independently over the school ethos, the world of education, but running as a business now. And from October, my partners and I took over the market, as the school doesn't really want to be involved in the management. So we are the new management team at the market. We come with very different ideas. We come with very different management skills, and together we're going to refresh the market and just bring a new energy. The market, obviously, was started in 1976. It was a very different look and feel in South Africa.
Yep.
And all we're trying to do is reflect the community that we live in. So our school community is big and diverse, and we want the same community to be reflected in the vendors that we have and the people that walk through our market. So that's the Bryanston market, how we're trying to refresh and energize the space.
And be a true reflection of what South Africa is, actually.
Of the community. So, it started, and the idea of community is so beautiful. When we all grew up, we were in smaller communities for reasons, but we got to appreciate and learn within these communities. When I grew up, one neighbor was a very close neighbor was a Muslim family. Behind me was a family, a Tamil family, and we were different. So amongst the Indian community, we had different backgrounds, but we shared and we learned from each other, and we celebrated each other. So now when we live away from home and we're in a bigger, broader community of South Africa, we need to learn about each other still. Like, I don't think many South Africans, as much as we are a democratic living society, I don't think people actually appreciate and understand the intricacies that we all, the joint shared values, and also the different nuances that we have. So I think by having projects like this, or celebrations like this, we can learn from each other.
And now we are referring to the Iftar long
Table.
table, correct? Which is under and is initiated under the Bryanston market and talks to the inclusivity that you're talking about, that you're trying to explore. Right?
So, as a parent of the school, I celebrate Diwali, and 2 years back, I said to the market team at the time, why don't we host something where we can have a celebration, having vendors that, need products for Diwali and things like that. And it was very successful, and the community from the outside were like, oh, this is wonderful, because in the north we don't have, celebrations where our ethnic community could meet. And now, being part of the market team, I want to include each community that has something. So this is the first, and not that I'm the Ramadan specialist, but I shared experiences as a child, and I would love my children and the community of our school, and obviously the surrounding areas, to understand and be more, the word is understanding and respectful, and just learning about culture of other people.
Absolutely, absolutely. Can you give us the details, please, in terms of
So
the way?
the idea is very simple. Unfortunately, it dawned on me a bit too late. So in the mid of I don't want to say like it was last Friday, but I had a feeling and an urge, and I had to go with it, that I want to do an iftar long table. And the concept is, I mean, I don't need to know the intricacies of everything of Islam, but I understand the principles of bringing people together, and that's exactly what iftar is. Iftar is celebrated amongst families, whether it's neighbors. Iftar is the time at the end of the fast, so after sunset or at sunset, you break your fast, and it's a beautiful experience, and it seems like the opportune time for us to embrace or embrace community, but to live the experience of community. And this is one sect, the Muslim community that we have at our school, between friends and family. So it's done on a very small scale for this year. But obviously, this is a concept I'd love to build on, because it imbibes all the values that we want for the market.
And this will be on which day for people who might want to be part of the inaugural one?
So it's this Saturday. We're meeting at the Bryanston market at 5:45. So just before breaking a fast and prayer time, we will meet. We're setting up a lovely long table, and it's nothing posh or fancy or anything like that. It is a simple gathering of friends and family to share in this beautiful time of day, and obviously during the month of Ramadan.
And it's also, I think you need to mention also that the whole idea is for people to bring and share.
It's a bring and share, correct. So we've asked, so if you are able to attend, it's a bring and share. We will provide a few basic drinks and snacks, of tea and water, dates. This is not a feast. It's not something to gorge or anything like that. It's not a wedding. It's
not idiot. It's not idiot.
Yes, correct. It's so it's very simple. Fruit, savories, very simple foods. One thinks, if you don't fast, maybe one thinks that, oh, we're going to just gorge ourselves or whatever. It's not that. It's a very simple breaking of fast, water, dates, tea, snacks. So if you can join us, will be absolutely wonderful. We'd be honored. And yes, it's a bring and share, and 5:45 at the Bryanston Market.
Yay. As they say, be there, be square.
Be
And
there or
also
be
the
square.
yeah, and the important thing, the aspect of it that it's not just about people who be there is the one I saw on the poster that people need to be bringing something to share with other people,
Correct.
perishable goods.
So we want, yes, so the most, I think the spirit of Ramadan is to, it's introspective for self-discipline, but it's also to take cognizance of people who are less fortunate than ourselves. So if anything that comes up from the month is to give back to communities that are less fortunate than ourselves. So in
Mm,
that same spirit, we've asked people to bring non-perishables so we can donate on your behalf. Our school and the market support a few different families and charities around Johannesburg. So we will take this food or cans, non-perishables, to the families that we support.
mm,
It's a time for introspection, but also a time for giving back. So that's what we want to. Those are beautiful concepts, whether you are following the faith or not.
mm,
And I think we can all just put that hat on and support families that are less fortunate than ourselves.
mm. Yeah, I think community, all I hear here is community, 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 and just learning about each other and respecting each other. And yeah,
Correct.
celebrating the nation that we are, you know?
Yes, I do find that if one understands, we all are different, we all have different backgrounds and beliefs. But when we start looking at the common threads, then there's a level of understanding between people. Then respect and acceptance play such an important part. And it can start with a simple thought of having a festival together, or, it starts somewhere. And a community that shares shared values is
Yeah.
stronger.
Mm, mm. And we see you, we see what you're doing and the effort that you are making in trying to be part of that, whether you are the thread or you are the needle. Just honestly,
I
just so
think I think
like,
it's a thread, because as far as we can cast the thread and bring us together, merge or weave, whatever the
mm,
analogy may be. But it is to find that common thread, right?
mm,
Um, and that's how all friendships are built. And this is what it is. It's simple. When you in a community of different people, and we all come with different stories, I feel that when you rather focus on the positive and the similar, we start learning more about each other,
yeah,
versus
um,
just being, yeah, breaking,
mm.
or creating borders versus breaking them down.
Yeah. And it's a point of building where you tend to be looking at actually, this is a resource, this is a resource, this is a resource, this is what we could be putting together in this point, because that's where I feel
Yeah,
once you start allowing communities to be and acknowledge each other and see each other and hear each other,
yes,
it's actually a good
yes,
point of starting to rebuild or to have conversations or to have whether they are hard conversations or not. But I think that's a
correct,
stepping stone to building this nation. And this is what we are about. It's humanitarian journalism with Salam Media, but also we need to, everything starts at home. We see what's happening globally. So as others go left, and it's not on, we are acknowledging what's going on, but we're saying in the corners that we
correct,
act, what can we do to, you know, encourage the spirit of community. We see you, we see the Bryanston market, and we hope that people can be there. As Varushka said, it's on Saturday, uh, this Saturday, I
14th
forgot,
of March, yes,
14th
14th
of
of
March.
March. So if you don't know, the Bryanston Market is 40 Culross Road in Bryanston. You can follow us on our socials, just to get details. 5:45. I'd love to see everyone with a little platter and some
And
non-perishable
their prayer
food
mat.
and your prayer mat. So we do
Yes.
have facilities to do your prayer at the correct time. We will have the call to prayer. Um, I'm very excited. It also reminds me of my childhood, so I'm
Ah,
very excited to have that spirit again.
yeah, yeah. And to have it, to allow your kids to actually see and experience what you did as
Correct,
a child, you know.
correct.
We
Yeah,
look forward to being there. God willing, inshallah, I would
inshallah.
love to be there. I will
Yes.
be there.
Thank you very much for having me and for sharing our vision of building our community.
Thank you so much, Varushka. See you there, inshallah. And thank you for
Thank
being part of
you.
this conversation.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Yes. Bye. And that's it, folks. It's been a long one. Apologies for overrunning and apologies for where we erred, where we went left. Forgive us, but where we did right, may Allah multiply and accept, and may we grow stronger from here as communities and as a nation. We outie. Assalamu alaikum.